I'm Gavin Kostick, and in this room, over the last 6 days, we've had 6 development days on 6 different plays for Ireland. Fishamble have been working with 6 partner venues around the country. In each venue there have been 5 writers working over a year, or pairs of writers, and then we had the very challenging business of selecting one playwright with the venues and one project from each venue to take to option for the next stage of the journey. So each of the writers, or pairs of writers, were optioned, and they were given a day here with the casts of each play, with a view that by March the 15th, they'd have the next draft in, and then Fishamble will take on one play to be a play for Ireland and to tour that around the country at the end of the year. Part of a play for Ireland is to create a work that requires 5 or 6 actors, so minimum 5 or 6 roles, but an ensemble. That has been so interesting in allowing writers to really write intergenerationally. You know, it's been really interesting seeing people play off different generations and different backgrounds, I suppose, and different lives against each other, so that the sense of the network, the cat's cradle of relationships around 4, 5, 6 people on the stage has been absolutely fascinating to watch come through. Each play had its own unique cast. So it's been an amazing week as well of working with such a range of Irish actors across all the projects. So that has been absolutely fantastic. And you can absolutely say, yes, it makes a difference. It makes a difference if the cast is there, really committing to it, really banging it out, very exciting about the whole thing. That's really helped. No 2 days were exactly the same, but they looked kind of like Arrive, teas and coffees, everyone's very welcome. Over the 6 days, I've made 24 pots of coffee, 12 pots of tea, 24 jugs of water have come up, rounds of biscuits for everyone, and so you make sure everyone knows each other, everyone's comfortable, everyone knows what we're here to do. And then very quickly on each day we read the play. So the most important thing was for the playwright to hear the play out loud, good and proper. We would then have a conversation, and I think part of this, one of the things that's notable is the intensity and range of the conversations that were generated by the plays. So that's been really exciting, and part of you is taking the atmosphere of what this is provoking people to tell their own personal stories, I suppose, within the room. I mean, personal in the sense that they happen to them, but they're willing to talk about them, and also public, and also national, and definitely international too. So there's a lot of discussion about a play for Ireland in its international context. So that has been absolutely fascinating. In the afternoon, we would ask the writer what was most benefit to them, and sometimes we would perhaps read parts of the scenes again and just talk about them, sometimes continue to talk. So there's been this kind of little variation. It's a matter of interest at the end of each session. I would, the next morning, put an email out to the writers. Maybe I would recap some of what was said a little bit, where I thought there was real interesting stuff that's being said, and maybe, you know, anything like that had been missed could go into the writer. So the writer's gone away with a reading, a discussion, an email really, and a deadline of March 15th.